How are ya?
Looking for countdown to the Olympics, 23 days and 17 hours.
Woohoo! I'm so excited.
I know, I'm
Because
kind of
you'll
excited.
know I'll be watching like Peacock uninterrupted swimming. And then like if it happens while I'm at work, I'll be having to watch the replays on Peacock. Hey Peacock, you guys should sponsor us. I'm just saying.
Why not?
Exactly. So Carrie,
Yes,
we're gonna hit this again, but we've had a couple of people ask us about our origin story about how we started the show. So, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Do you want me to tell on myself or do you want to tell on me?
Well, you told on me when we were starting it and it made it happen. So,
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to tell on me or do you want me to? So, Jen and I were friends through
Facebook.
There was a football page, and it was obviously not geared towards women. It was more
It was very misogynistic and BS.
Yeah. We were both admins and we were like, no, this isn't for us. And we leave, right? But in the process, we have met all these different people. We have contacts and we get invited to be part of a show called the NFL Carousel by Sir Alex Fleming. And I always felt like Alex needed the Sir Alex Fleming. I don't know, his name sounded like it should be a knife or something. Anyway, Alex was a dear friend for both of us, there for both of us when things were, things were happening and we both needed support at different times. And the beauty of friendships is that the right people are put in your life when you need them. So Jen and I have this blossoming friendship growing. We're on this NFL carousel, enjoying the banter of picking apart teams and all of this. And Jen's like, hey, we need to do a female show. I'm like, bet. And we sat on that for 2 years, 3 years. I don't know.
18 months to 2 years, probably. No. Because I remember we had talked, maybe 2 years. And then I got pissy because I saw some guys going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, I mean, a couple of them knew more than me, but I knew more than a lot of them. And I was like, why in the world are they going to Radio Row? And we're not. Like, literally, Carrie and I know more. And we knew of this Megan chick from like the NBA carousel and the NFL carousel. We thought she was pretty cool. She's pretty impressive and a little intimidating. Side note, she's not intimidating.
I mean, it's a great front, but
it really is. She's got a huge heart.
Oh.
But keep going. Did you freeze? Did I freeze?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So when I saw those guys going, I think I sent you a Facebook message and I was like, all right, we're starting the show. Then I texted one of the guys that I really thought a lot of and still do, JB Ellis. And I was like, by the way, Carrie and I are going to be at Radio Row next year. And he was like, why? You starting your own podcast? I was like, actually, yes. And he was like, okay, awesome. So then, Carrie, I'll let you tell on yourself and how I got mad at you, but you did the right thing.
So we had a powwow, the three of us, Megan and Jen and I, we were powwowing and discussing this. And Jen goes, I think we need to just pull the trigger. And I'm like, bet, trigger pulled. So I started telling people, hey, this is the day. This is, be expecting us. And Jen goes, what did you do? We weren't ready. I'm like, sure we are. Mm-hmm. We are. And to be honest, it was when the Title IX was our catapult. The Title IX anniversary was it 50 years? Yeah. 50 years of Title IX.
We did that for 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. That was our catapult.
Yeah, we had started with some updates, but that was the one that really got us together. And by the way, Megan got involved because Carrie and I were talking one night and we were both like heeing and hawing around asking Megan. And I don't remember which one of us said it, but we were both like, yes, let's ask Megan. So we asked Megan. Megan came up with her name, 3 Chicks in a Pod. Wait, that was Megan, right? Because you came up with Chicks and Salsa.
Yes.
Okay. And then with JB introduced me to Scott Morganroth, who is married to Candy Ebling. And that is how Candy became a part of Chicks and Salsa. So
quite honestly, my love for this sport was the Chiefs when we first met, and I love the Chiefs. But I have, because of our podcast, because of the people that we've encountered along our journey, because of listening to other points of view of the game, I have evolved from loving my Chiefs to I love football. I love a lot of things about it. I love the highs, the lows, the any given Sunday chess match type situation. And Chiefs will always be my team, but I have love for the sport that I didn't have 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I've always loved football. It was my Sunday afternoons with my dad that we watched football. And so I've always loved football. It's just that it has evolved to I love the game, and I'm learning more and more all the time about how the game has changed and is continually changing. And I think that our main goal was we wanted to let people know that just because we're not men or we haven't been in a totally sports dominated world, it doesn't mean that you have to be pigeonholed into that. So we do look at it through the female lens and how it affects us and how the different stories have hit our hearts and how it feels to see the different ways that reactions are occurring. And we like the women's sports, we like everything, but honestly, it's giving a chance for women to put a voice out there saying, hey, we may not be what you have typically thought of as a sports fan, but that is not the case anymore. So, I mean, the face of a sports fan has moved from the guy in the recliner with the beverage of choice to everyone.
The girl in the recliner with the beverage of choice. And that's awesome because I still kind of get offended when I'm like, and like my whole take wasn't just all women's sports by any stretch of the imagination. I just wanted all girls talking to all sports. And I think that was both of our visions, I think. And I think we've done a good job with that.
I still get comments these days, just recently. They're like, I didn't know you had like an all sports podcast. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what we have.
You not paid attention?
Obviously, we're missing your market a little bit. But then he's like, your football. And I'm like, I do. Or if I don't know, I'm going to study it enough so I can speak intelligently and not be blowing it out my nose. But it's neat. It's fun to be able to share our love, our things that touch us in one way or the other, and also show that, I couldn't have been in the sports field when I graduated college. Just not an option. I mean, that would have been I graduated high school in 88, so you're looking at the early 90s, and that was just not a place that was friendly for women.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, as a young adult, I didn't have the backbone that I have managed to grow over the years, and I would not have been able to make it. I mean, I know this. I know who I was. I know what my personality was. Now I'm like, heck yeah, I know that. Bring it. You want to say something? Let's chat.
That's funny. And so we know MLB really well too. I know it pretty okay. Like you and Candy are the MLB queens. Megan is the princess of the MLB because she's working for the minor leagues right now, and she like in my mind she's kicking ass and taking names. So go Megan Price, Queen of Hoops, soon to be Queen of Bats. Also, that came out wrong, but that was meant as a compliment if you watch this. Anyway,
Absolutely.
But like we just love sports. Like Carrie and I were both athletes. Megan was an athlete. Candy was an athlete in all different sports. I was a competitive swimmer. It took my entire life. And I loved it and I appreciated it. And I regret when I took a hiatus from it, but some of the most proud, not all of the most proud memories, but some of the most proud memories of my life come from my swimming days. And I know Carrie feels the same way, but yeah, like being an athlete, I personally will always believe being an athlete shows the truest character of who you are.
Especially when you are, it shows dedication, it shows perseverance, it shows there's like a whole host of traits that show up because you show up.
Yeah.
When it's hard, you still show up. The other thing that is when you do a team sport, you learn that while it is important to have this person with the gift or this characteristic, one person cannot win a football game.
Nope.
One person cannot win a baseball game. They can be pivotal, but they cannot. When you have a team sport, it is not one person, it's a group. And that's really a microcosm of society. I mean, for success, one person cannot make a change, but a group of people can, working for the same goal.
Yeah.
And I just think that it really sets people, I mean, I think that helps set people up to see, okay, yeah, while I would love to have the front and center role, I'm just as important being part of the background to make sure that this is successful as the person that's making the presentation or the person that's doing, it's not just one person that makes the success. It's everybody that's involved.
Yes, exactly. And I know we talked about, I wanted to do one thing first. I'm going to go ahead and segue a little bit. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. McCaffrey. Via Instagram, your wedding was absolutely star-studded with influencers, with models, and with NFL players whose wives look prettier than a lot of models. Not the ones at your wedding, of course. But I'm just saying, but everything was beautiful. If y'all haven't had a chance to scroll Instagram and see pictures of their wedding, oh my goodness, please do. Like, it's just stunning. And it didn't look over the top. It just looked beautiful to me.
There's something about simplicity and elegance that sets those types of weddings apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in a way, like, I mean, their food was probably more decadent, was definitely more decadent than mine. They have $25 million more than I do, at least. So just basing that off Christian's latest contract negotiations. But the food just looked beautifully laid out, and they had their closest friends there. There was one person I didn't notice in photographs, but that kind of surprised me. But I also know they were in Los Angeles at the time too, but I don't think that was on purpose, just so y'all know. But we have had a lot of motion lately in sports. I went a little off track because I was like, you know what? I told Carrie, I dropped that one on Carrie before we went live. I was like, hey, Carrie, I've been getting some requests for our urchin story. So can we talk about that? So sorry, but I love it though. I love that you made it happen. And I love that our previous network, for lack of a better term, allowed it to happen. And they really did teach us a lot. So for all the lessons they taught us, I'm grateful. But I'm even more grateful that we're doing this on our own. No offense, guys. No offense. This is no shade at y'all whatsoever. But we're just 3 stubborn broads who wanted to do it on our own. 4 stubborn broads.
There's also something about there was safety in numbers as we launched. So there was a lot of people that were there that could help us and with the share and get our show out there. But quite honestly, there's a lot of peace in knowing that it may be just us, but we're running.
I personally have no doubt that he would be so proud of us.
Oh,
Alex got us into this. Alex, you beautiful devil, you.
Begged and begged. It took a lot of coercion.
I can't shut you up to get you online. I can't shut you up. Before, y'all don't understand, when we first started doing the NFL carousel with Eric and Alex, Carrie was so gun shy. She's like, I don't know enough about sports. I don't know this. And I'm like, shut your face. You were asked because you know. But thank you, Alex. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, JB. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob, dude, you taught me more patience than anything else, brother. But I love you. Like, you taught me a ton of patience. But honestly, like, really, there was only one person there I don't know that I would ever see eye to eye with. I don't wish them ill or anything like that, but different strokes, different folks. But they can get it really good.
Take a look. If you're not learning something from any experience, good or bad, it could be as simple as, I like that, I'm going to try it again. Or,
Carrie,
this is not me, but I can see how I can get to me.
You met your favorite person to pick on about the Denver Broncos, too.
Oh, what, Jordan?
Yeah.
Poor guy. But then we met our big teddy bear, Phil.
Yes, I loved it when you guys did that. We need to have Phil on when you guys play again. But
yeah. Phil is the unfiltered truth. He's our Raiders person. And if you know that I'm Chiefs, so Raiders are not the favorite group of people. So the fact that I found a friend that is a Raiders person.
Phil Jones, you are loved. And everybody give Phil Jones at Phil Jones NFL on X a follow. He publishes good stuff. So do we want to talk a little Olympics also?
Sure.
Okay. We need to ask Troy if he'll come on our show when he's in Paris, by the way.
That would be cool, actually.
So we'll start with the crowd favorite.
By the way, Charlie, if you're listening, happy birthday, sir.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Troy.
And please do not wreck this vehicle. Thank you. Okay,
right. Did you see the comment I made on his page? Hi, Jeremy. We love you, dude. Jeremy, I think I have like a Facebook crush on Jeremy. He's like the coolest dude ever known. Like, really. Like, I thought that was Dom for a long time. Dom, you've been replaced by your boy Jeremy. I'm sorry, but you have. But Jeremy still talks to me. So now I'm gonna go cry and eat mud. But hi, Dom and his girlfriend. Anyway, so obviously with U.S. gymnastics, we do have Simone Biles leading the U.S. women's team, as well as Suni Lee. We also have Jordan Childs. So those top three names should be, Troy, if you are watching, sure, familiar because they've been in the last two Olympics. I know Jordan was on the last Olympics team, but was she on the? I can't remember if she's on 2018 or not.
I don't have a team. No.
Oh, Jade Carey was on it too. Sorry, Jade. I didn't mean to forget you. I apologize, ma'am. And Hazley Rivera. Hazley is the newest one, newest one of the five. And she came in as a pretty big surprise. She is the 2023 U.S. Junior Champion. And she finished 6th in the all-around at the national championships earlier in June. But this is her first big year at the senior level, and she has no international experience. But I'm excited to see what she brings.
Absolutely. I was just looking at something. I mean, you're getting some very deep and interesting things. I'm actually on the front page of something here. I clicked.
I was surprised.
There is a quota limit on the athletes that can be there.
No,
there is.
Did that just happen?
I don't know. It says athletes around 10,500 quota limit.
Because I thought there were 12,000 in 2021.
Maybe venues or
maybe Russia can't do it because they've deployed all of their people to war. Too soon.
Or U.S. is shorter on because they're all in Space Wars. So in Space Force off on Star Wars.
Scotty, she has you fooled if you call her dear.
Scotty's my buddy. Scotty's my buddy.
Yeah.
The things that are nothing. There are 32 sports being presented. 329 events. That's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah. Actually, I thought there were more. Oh.
That's actually, did not
exactly. So, Jeremy, a lot of people who are upset about that, I'm like, you've got to look at the semantics because other people were there trying out. And Caitlin was trying to do what she was trying to do for her college team, Iowa. And fair's fair. Sorry. And she knew what she was picking. And she did that. She made that choice. And you know what? There will be another Olympic tryout in 3.5 years.
Well, there's also, it is okay. We kind of touched on this last week with some laws, and it is okay to not be okay. And it's okay to say no. It is okay to step back and say, I have to make it right for myself.
Yeah. And it's okay.
It's okay. She had mission, whether we knew it or not, as her fandom spread, she had her to-do list. And it is okay to follow your to-do list. It is okay to hit those goals that you set and to heck with everybody else. Focus on what is going to bring you joy. That's what in everything I'm learning right now, and everything that I have, the paths I have walked in, it is find the joy and enjoy the walk. And, and
you gotta
find your joy.
You have to.
Otherwise, why are we here? My joy is football. My joy is Kansas City Chiefs, and here's to a 3-peat. Can it happen?
Exactly. Jeremy is backing you up 100%. So some people who did say yes, I'm going into swimming trip people because swimming is my thing. We all know this. We'll save like women's basketball for next week when hopefully Megan can be on to talk about that. We also I want to touch on the LeBron James Bronny situation too. And it's a very unusual take from me, especially, just so you know. But we have Jack Alexi from California Aquatics. We have, sorry if y'all hear my dogs and hubby, but we have Hunter Armstrong. We also have Phoebe Bacon from Wisconsin, Catherine Burkhoff. We have Shane Casas, Erica Connolly, Brooks Curry, Mariah Dunnigan. We also have Kate Douglas, Caleb Dressel. Luke Hobson, Ryan Held, Thomas Hillman, Chris Giuliano, Katie Grimes, Aaron Gemmel, I think Carson Foster, Bobby Fink, Nick Fink. I wonder if they're brothers. They have to be brothers.
That's two uncommon names to not be.
Well, and they look too. I'm cheating. I'm reading it off of a web article. Matthew Fallon. I mean, y'all, I'm so stoked about this. We have I know Katie Ledecky's there. And if you don't know Katie Ledecky, then boo you. Simone Manuel. Simone Manuel is one of my personal heroes. Get the roll through the Supreme Court. Yeah, I know. And it's such a it's a hard topic, Jeremy. It is. It's such a, because I respect all the trans people. I truly do, to live their lives. But yeah. Kieran Smith, Alex Shekel, Aaron Shekel, they're siblings. They have to be because they also belong to the same club. Ivan Puskovich, Blake Puriani, Anna Popolowski, Ryan Murphy, Josh Matheny. That's to you, Scotty. She doesn't miss me because I color and annoy her. Sorry, I made that mommy. I didn't mean to. Charlie Johnson. That was actually very sweet. I'm sorry. And then I'm just really excited, guys. I'm not going to go through all of the swimmers, but I'm not going to lie, I miss Michael Phelps. So I do wonder if he'll be an announcer, though. Have they been announced yet? Who are the announcers going to be?
I wonder who the media team is. That's a great question. Let me see if...
I know Greg Olson's going to be doing some of it, but I could see him doing more baseball. And, question. Did you hear his comment that he thought NFL commentators could do a better job announcing NBA games than NBA commentators?
Well, then.
I mean, is he wrong? Oh, I know you don't, Jeremy. Your heart is too pure to ever be disrespectful whatsoever, sir.
You know,
yes, we can.
That, and this is probably a bias showing, so bear with me. I feel like the NFL has a very engaging announcers and hosts, or all of those. I think they have great personalities, and they've done a great job of picking the different ones for the right positions. But there are some very bland people that are in. You know, you watch college football. Sometimes you're like, I turn off the announcing, watch the football, and listen to music because I'm like, sorry, but I would like to be awake when I'm watching. You know, I'm trying to pay attention here. So I don't know.
I do think what? Okay, I'm just saying this. Kimberly Brown, we're going to get you on my show because I hope you're watching right now. We are going to get you on our show because I've been thinking about that and we need you on here. And girl, you and I are going to go coach this shit. Okay, Kimberly.
You know that those were high school kids playing against professional level people in other countries.
I don't care.
I get that.
Kimberly Brown, she's a fierce, and if she's the head coach, that won't happen ever again.
Well, no, but I saw that and I was like, well, you know, sometimes we send the pros and sometimes we send the amateurs, and it's not consistent across the board. Like basketball is always pros.
I'm just saying we need my girl Kimberly Brown to be the coach then. I'm just saying.
I
And
feel like that's
Carrie, you're
accurate.
going to love her when you do meet her because she is just amazing. I love her. So yes, Jeremy, you're gobsminded. Yes.
Excuse me, I have
How I
been up
see
for
that
far too long.
the USA team went in a little over what's the word? Confident, which is what happened with Carrie's Chiefs when they lost games this year that they should have won. And you know I'm right. But you won the most important game.
The one that counted.
They was I gonna say? I forgot. Carrie, we just talk a lot. We have fun.
We do.
Um,
I apologize to our audience. I am about half a brain shy of even a quarter brain at this point in the day.
she gets up at like 3:30 a.m.
Today has been the day that I feel like my
You
legs have been
just
knocked
remember
out.
the Panthers killed your playoff chances last year.
I
Carrie, I got him back for you. I got him back for you, okay? I got him back where it hurt.
listen. The Lions bit us in the kneecap, but it was not. It was not a bad game. So the Lions game, while we lost on opening night, was a good game.
It was a good game. But I'll say this. Y'all better prepare because I'm calling it right now on July 2nd, 2024. Who is going to be in the Olympic team, the Olympic team, and the Super Bowl next year?
Okay, let's hear it.
Obviously the Chiefs, but the Lions too. And the Chiefs will not be having a parade next year.
At this point, it's a long shot, but then you never want to not bet on Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. He's Tom Brady 2.0 in the postseason. He will find that way to win. And he has his own game. That's where I end the comparison. Okay. But
I appreciate that because you know how much I love.
I will say this to someone who watches Patrick Mahomes, to me, he's an action player, not as much of a game manager, whereas Tom Brady was more of a game manager and somewhat of an action player. But
well, I mean, you can do a lot of action if you don't have air in your balls. But
yeah. But I mean, I think, but you know what? Patrick's is working just fine for him. There was no shade in that whatsoever, just so you know. I will say this one last thing on the Olympics. I was very sad that Sha'Carri Richardson did not make the 200 meter, but I know she'll be, because she's not going to be in that. I guarantee you, she will be winning golds in every other event she is in. Because that's going to light that fire.
Absolutely.
She will be.
My grandmother
will be
did
saying,
not like Joe. Huh? My grandmother did not like Joe Namath. We don't know why.
Like the leggings.
No, she did not like Joe Namath or Joe Montana. Did not like them.
How did she? Okay, we're going to talk about that offline because we're over half an hour. But actually, Jeremy, remind us next week. We'll toss you the invite to come on too. But we are going to discuss why her grandmother did not like, because I'm holding her responsible because she brought it up. Why her grandmother did not like. I kind of understand Broadway Joe, but Joe Montana, that was blonde hair, those blue eyes. I remember those piercing blue eyes. Plus, I saw a really cute anecdote about him earlier in the week. How he figured out he could call his wife from the sidelines during the game.
Well, listen, Jeremy, why you gotta bring up Tony? Why?
Yay!
Why?
All right, Jeremy. You know what? Second remembering things. So remind me on Tuesday to send you the link because you're on, my friend. You are on. All right, Carrie, I love you, but we have been talking for over half an hour, and we promised our people, and I'm sorry we didn't do much NFL, but we've had a lot of here's my take on LeBron and Bronny. Straight up. Is anybody surprised? One. B, why not? If you can do something for your child to enable their dream to come true, wouldn't you do it? Now, the Lakers are going to end up losing in this situation because Bronny was completely overdrafted, but who knows? I think Bronny will end up becoming probably having a better work ethic than his dad. Because we all know that's why I don't like LeBron James. But I'm all for him helping his kid out. Every single parent in this world would do it. So please get over yourselves. I can't hate on LeBron James for that. And no, he ain't the GOAT, because if he were the GOAT, there would be no debate. There's no debate that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Hashtag just saying, and Bill Russell usurps Michael Jordan. Just saying. Mic drop. Okay, we'll let him do that. And I'm going to laugh when the Lakers, it was not a shock. But I think it was less pressure being picked in the second round than the first. They should have gone later then. I don't think people are jonesing to get him. No offense. He's got natural athleticism. I mean, his dad is literally the most naturally gifted basketball player to ever play in the NBA. He just gives up. So, me either. But I've never had a pair of Jordans either, but I don't like Nikes.
I had Jordans. I've also had Shaq's. When Shaq first released his shoe with Reebok, they were black and white stripes, layered black and white leather. And I worked for Bass Pro Shops, and they ordered me a pair because I have small feet. So I had a pair of men's shoes. I put on that, and I had a Polaroid. I'm old, so I had a Polaroid of me wearing my Reeboks inside an actual shoe size of Shaq. So I have my size on one foot and then Shaq's shoe on my other foot, and it was rather comical because my foot looks like this big compared to his shoe. But I can actually put my shoe on. I have my shoe on inside Shaq's shoe.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, will talk to you in 7. If y'all have any topic ideas you want us to talk about, please let us know. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube page. I'll put that in our Facebook chat, and I'll also put it out on X. But we would really appreciate the subscribes. We put out content every single day, including some non-sports related stuff, more entertainment based. So please check us out. Our team does a lot of great work. We're all over the country, and we have a lot of people working with us, even on the DL. So we look forward to talking with you. We love you, Jeremy. Scotty,
Happy birthday, Troy.
Thanks for being good to my girl.